hell. But yeah, thanks to everyone for tuning on in. Anyway, it's going to be a best of 9 here. A Terran versus Protoss, and spawning up in the top left-hand side of the map, it's MC the Boss Toss. Currently under the ID Alarak, but it is MC versus Top here. And his opponent spawning down the bottom right-hand side of the map. It's Kiwian, aka Top. Does go by the ID Kiwian most of these days, but I think a lot of the people in the scene do know him as Top. But yeah, so we'll see. I mean, what exactly is MC going to bring out here? Going for a low ground wall off to start things off. Meanwhile, there's going to be a proxy coming out of Top as he sent out that SCV right away before I even had time to finish introductions. Now, MC, he does scout this out immediately, just moving right across the map here. Okay. But this probe comes on and going to harass a little bit. But he pretty much knows that it's going to be a proxy at this point. But the question is, how much is Top going to commit to this? Sometimes Terrans go hard on this, but yeah, we'll see. Okay. Alright, so that probe just hanging around. It knows it's in no danger on top side of the map. However, he sees that it's going to be full on gas here, so we'll see where's Top going to start this factory. Sometimes Terrans do it back at home, but MC knows that there is indeed this proxy out here, so he is going for that quick zealot out. Okay, now no factory up just yet. Looks like the factory will probably be getting built back at home, if I had to guess. Just the fact that, I mean, he is waiting on the gas, so maybe he's going to throw it up here. Zealot's already on the way for MC, though. Gonna be just rallied out here, but eventually it will have to push this Reaper back. We'll be finishing up in time, though, but this is a very early Reaper. We'll see how Top's going to be able to micro this. Alrighty, Zealot's out, Stalker's being chrono boosted out, but interestingly enough, the Zealot's actually crossing the map right now. MC just going for the hard counter. Now, he's chrono boosting out the Stalker to work away on the Reaper. However, since he sent the Zealot across the map, it's not there to pursue this, so I mean, the Reaper's working away on some of these probes. MC not lost any of them yet. Good micro there. Now the Stalker's out. It's going to be able to shoo away this Reaper. Meanwhile, the Zealot actually on the other side of the map. Look at this, a pylon block here. So MC coming in with the Zealot to really throw Top into disarray. This is such an interesting counter to the proxy Zealot. I personally haven't seen something like this. It's such a sick strategy by MC. And now Top has to pull SCVs off the line to chase the Zealot. Looks like he will get the surround there. So going to be able to shut that down. Very nicely done, but not getting off Scar free there, as he was losing like 4 or 5 SCVs in order to take that down. Now the proxy is going down on this side of the map. MC at his side of the map, he hasn't started a shield battery yet, and Top actually following this up with the concussive shell Marauder push. The shield battery's on the way now. However, I think it's going to be a little bit too late here, guys. Yeah, MC not paying attention here. The Stalker, it could actually be in a lot of trouble. Actually, both Stalkers in a lot of trouble. And suddenly MC losing everything on his side of the map. He has a Stalker crossing the map, which can kill off a lot of SCVs, but he's going to be unpowered. So really everything is going to be on the fact whether he can get out an Immortal. I think he's got to pull probes in order to buy time for this Immortal. He starts another pylon. He's going to chrono boost this out. Probes are being pulled right now. Everything's on this Immortal, and he knows that he's throwing up tons of pylons in order to try and power this, but so many probes going to die. The Stalker working away on SCVs on top side of the map, so we're actually in a bit of a crazy base trade right now. Probes getting surround on one of the Marauders, working them down, but so many of them are dying. It's really going to be up to this Immortal whether he can do it. A shield battery will be finishing up, which is going to help out the Immortal, but I mean, MC, he lost every single worker. Back on the other side of the map, the Stalker is just picking off so many SCVs. The Immortal does get out, however the shield battery's gone down, and I don't think it's going to be enough. Looks like Top is going to take the first game here. I mean, there's nothing else for MC. GG gets called. Alrighty, but yeah, very well played there by Top, just committing hard. MC, such an interesting way to try and deal with the proxy here. Alrighty, the next map's going to be Acid Plant. Awesome to have so many of you guys tuning on into this match. But yeah, that was such an interesting reaction from MC. Sending out the Zealot is just... So he had such a nice counter. But he wasn't ready for the Cyclone and Marauder. Whereas Top really just wanted to hammer on in there. If he started the shield battery a little bit earlier, he would have been in a much better situation. But if you guys are enjoying this, feel free to leave a follow, guys. It's really appreciated, all the love and the support these events are getting. It's also a bit early, so I'm not exactly shouting at the top of my lungs here. Just warming up a little bit, but yeah, that was an interesting first game. I mean, just pretty crazy between these guys. Alrighty. Yeah, there's also that exclamation mark Matcherino command. Any support to that happens. Looks like a I'm gonna maybe butcher the name, but Juosis supporting there, adding $5 to the prize pool. Greatly appreciated because, I mean, it really does help fund for future events here. Now we're just gonna make sure that both ready, and then we should be getting right on into the next match pretty soon. Okay, both players are ready, so we're loading on into the game. But yeah, if you guys want to check out that Matcherino, I think we've probably used most of the codes, but if not, code is games3 to add 50 cents to the prize pool. And actually, if you have a Twitter account, you just follow like 2 people, click on 2 links for the quests on the side, and you add 50 cents to the prize pool. Alrighty. So it's a best of 9 here. And this guy spawning down the bottom right-hand side of the map, it is Kiwian, aka Top, the popular Terran streamer. And now he's taken on sort of the newly returned old dog. It's MC the Boss Toss. Okay, so we're gonna see. I mean, MC, from what I've seen of his play, he plays a little bit unorthodox. That's sort of what you do when you first come back. You get a feel for the game, but we'll see what he's gonna do versus Top this game. And it's not gonna be a proxy to start things off. But yeah, so we'll see. We've got a probe moving across the map here for MC. I mean, he's interestingly enough, he's going for all the low ground wall-offs here. Okay. Okay, but looking at this, it's actually going to be a fake proxy here from Top. This is actually something so smart because, I mean, it could just be such a heavy... It's just going to be a fake proxy, but it's actually not going to be like a full-on commitment because it will be on the top side of the map, but he's hiding it from MC, and we'll see, is MC going to scout around? He seems to be more focused on harassing with the probe when the proxy isn't going to be on this side of the map. Is it going to check out for it, though? No, MC, I mean, he's maybe going to check out around the map, but so far not finding it, not checking for that barracks in every location at top side of the map, because it is this Terran fake out, the classic. Now, we'll see. I mean, yeah, MC is checking around the base, but not seeing the barracks, and he sees the double gas, so he knows there's going to be a factory on the way. However, Top just building it back at home, so it's not as hard as a commitment here. Okay. So we've got a shield battery on the way for MC, just delaying his expo, which is completely fine versus double gas. Wherever on the map, it doesn't necessarily matter. And now, looks like that Top actually going to send his Marine back here, and this is all MC is going to need to know that it was a fake out, because the Marine is going to get back here so quick. I'll say, oh, okay, barracks is in your natural. But overall, I still don't mind the reaction for MC. The gateway on the low ground is a little bit concerning, but his Zealot's actually moving across the map now, and it's going to be double Cyclone if I had to guess. Maybe Hellions coming out of Top, whereas MC, he's just staying on 2 bases for now. Or on 1 base for now, pardon me, and that's completely fine because the Terran player, while Top, well, he just sort of did this odd fake out, it is a completely sort of normal reaction here. So far, we are seeing a Cyclone on the way. The Zealot's moving across the map. It's not actually committing here. It's actually turning around. MC, he's really scouting it everywhere, but based off that Marine timing, he should know that the proxy wasn't far out on the map, and he is returning home with this Zealot now. He's getting up a shield battery, getting up a Robo as well, which is, I believe, the correct response. I think if we see one more gateway from MC, that would probably be for the best, but getting a shield battery up at the front is so important for defending something like this. Okay, I see in Twitch chat, Nub2, who organized this. I did, basically the guy talking right now, but no, yeah, you can check me out with exclamation mark caster. You can find my links on YouTube where all the VODs will be up, my Twitter, which is also for a fair few of the events that I do organize and such. But okay, now the Cyclone is out for Top, but it's not like he's committing to a full-on rushes. He is planning for the later drop with the starport. He's going into a Medivac drop right now. Okay. But MC is just continuously producing out Stalkers. I mean, he's getting out a Warp Prism, which is going to be interesting to hold something like this off. It looks like he's planning on countering Top's 1 base here. Now, we see this double Cyclone is moving out with Top, however. It's going to be a Marine drop. Now, no mines or anything in this. Seeing some support for Top in chat. MC's moving out, which is pretty ballsy here, dare I say. I mean, he's just on the 1 warp gate, but if he actually gets caught by these Cyclones, this would be huge, and he actually is going to get locked on here. Oh, the Marines are actually going to unload. I think MC's going to have to drop his Stalkers. He will do just that. He keeps the Warp Prism alive, which is so important, but he doesn't want to get caught out of his own base. And now all the Marines are finishing up right now. There's 5 Stalkers here for MC. He's going to have to micro these back. One of them actually goes down. He's retreating to his shield battery, but he hasn't started an Immortal yet, which is a bit of a fault. And Top's really committing to this. He's just hitting hard. MC's going to have to micro these Stalkers back. He's in a lot of trouble right now. He's lost 2 Stalkers so far, and I mean, his natural, it's going to be underpowered, and he hasn't started an Immortal. He's warping in 3 Stalkers back at home, but Stalkers versus this, I feel as if you need the Immortal right now. His Expo is going to be under fire. I mean, he's doing a good job sort of just focusing back. These Stalkers have more mobility than these Marines and Cyclones, particularly with the Warp Prism. However, I mean, they are taking a lot of damage right now. MC is trying to do his best to micro these back. However, some of these Stalkers are starting to fall right now, and he's in a lot of trouble right now. He just repowers that gateway so he can get up another round of Warpins. And I mean, nothing has died yet. His Cybercore is going to go down. However, he's taken damage to a Viking dropping in the main base. That's starting to shred off a lot of probes. That will get cleaned up. However, there's 3 Cyclones in his natural base. He's now just started an Immortal. I feel as if you need an Immortal a little bit sooner. He's going to have to micro these Stalkers once again, maybe pull some probes. He's in a lot of trouble right now as Top's laying the aggression on hard. There's an Immortal on the way. However, if that pylon gets unpowered, it's going to make things very rough for him. And he's actually focusing down that pylon. MC's in a lot of trouble. His Zealot that was being warped in is going to go down. He starts another one, however, that probably can just get focused down too. And that Immortal was so close to finishing off. I think probes need to be pulled already in order to deal with his Top. Meanwhile, just continuously producing more Marines and more Cyclones, committing hard on this attack. MC's got to pull probes, and there they come. This pylon's going to finish up so that the Immortal will be able to squeeze on out. However, probes are falling, 14 left. Now there's this Immortal out, should be able to help push this rush back. However, so many reinforcements coming on in here. I mean, an Immortal and a Warp Prism, right? It's a dream, but MC's in a lot of trouble right now versus the proxies of Top. He's microing this round, but I don't think there's going to be enough. Top just landed on hard. GG gets called. MC has to tap out. Not quite ready. Okay, so very well played by Top. Taking the first 2 games with a lot of aggression here. Okay, so we'll get on into the next map. Okay, Lost and Found is going to be the next map. Thanks everyone for tuning on in. By the way, you can feel free to leave a follow. But yeah, I mean, we'll see if MC can bring it back. I mean, it has been the sort of 1 base aggression coming out of Top. There's no doubt about that. Okay, but we'll get everyone on into this lobby here, and then we'll be getting into the next map. Alrighty, getting a go from both of these players, so we're going to load on into the next map. I mean, it could be a quick one today unless MC's able to bring it back, and we'll see if he's able to do just that. So many follows coming in here, guys. Really awesome to see that. Like, there's actually just too many for me to read right now, but Leo, Milk, Implying, Bagon Vert, Northern Spectre, Atoms, Duds, and Nub2. Awesome that you guys are enjoying the content. But here we are. It's a best of 9, and we're still moving on. This guy spawning down the bottom left-hand side of the map, it is Top, aka Kiwian, the man of 2 names, and now his opponent spawning up in the top right-hand side of the map. His ID says Alarak, but it's MC the Boss Toss. Okay, now it is going to be a proxy coming out of Top once more. Terran's just playing this aggressive style, and Top really embracing that here. So we'll see what MC is going to be able to do versus this. Now, it is going to be a proxy barracks right now. MC, I mean, he's had a tough time versus these proxies, it seems, but we'll see how hard is Top going to lay it on. Okay, but Barracks, yeah, on the way. Gas on the way. He's committed to double gas in both these games, really just wanting to have that aggression later on. Now, MC, he's interestingly enough not scouting on this map. Maybe he's just going to play like blind one base or something like that. Otherwise, going for a blind expo is kind of risky. And I mean, he's thrown up a pylon here, so he's going to have that up. But of course, it can be exposed if it is later Cyclones. And we are seeing that double gas from top right now. And MC, he's not scouting it out. And he's already gone for a second pylon, so it's not just going to be an average gateway expand. User contributing 500 bits. Thank you so much, my man. It's really awesome to have that support. Really helps for future events. But oh, look at this. It's actually going to be a ghost rush out of top. Really going to try and throw MC in disarray here. And MC, he's not going to be seeing this. And he's not scouting out.
For more tournaments with top.
Thank you very much, man. That's really appreciated. Now, a Zealot's on the way for MC, but the main issue is that this is going to be a ghost rush. He's going to be able to EMP workers and just pick them off very quickly. He could always go for Cloak. I'm basing this off the GSL build from earlier. Okay, now we are seeing those ghosts now on the way. So Nub2 and User, thank you for supporting the stream. Really appreciate it. Now, that ghost is on the way, so he's going to be hitting hard right now, and a Stalker's being chrono boosted out for MC, but, I mean, it's Ghosts on the way. I mean, he's got a Stalker on the way, and it's not like there's going to be Cloak on these Ghosts because they just don't have that anymore, but MC's moving across the map with everything. He doesn't expect this Ghost in his mineral line, and now it's going to be on the way, so probes are going to have to run. There's the EMP. He's just going to start right-clicking down on some of these probes. Good micro from MC, pulling these probes to try and get us around on the Ghost, and he may actually be able to do so, and he does, so that's a good way to shut this down at first. And now he knows. He says, what the hell, you built a barracks in my base, guy? And the Stalker's going to be able to begin working on this, and I mean, while it's a cool build, only 3 probes going down so far, so shutting it down very well here by MC. Now he's got the Robo on the way. Meanwhile, the Zealot just working away on this, forcing a lot of repair here coming out of top, and the barracks, it gets shut down, it gets sent home. And Immortal is now on the way for MC back at home. So he's sort of just blindly prepared for something like this, just chrono boosting off one base. And now we'll see, how's he going to pay back his opponent? He's got an Immortal on the way. We'll see if a Warp Prism is started next, because if you're going to put on the counter aggression, that's what you need. But interestingly enough, MC, now he's moving out with these Stalkers. He's going to find the barracks here. Actually just confidently moving out. There's a Cyclone that's going to be popping out on the map, but it shouldn't be able to engage these 2 units here. Actually 3 Stalkers. Okay. Now we're seeing this Immortals waddling on out, and that, I mean, Immortals are so good in the early game here. So we'll see. A Widowmine is on the way, which is very nice for top. Will help try and shut down any aggression. However, his barracks is burning, which is going to put him in a bit of a rough spot. There's actually the SCV here, which can go repair that out on the map. MC maybe not expecting that, but the Immortal staying back at home, but MC is going to lay in on the pressure on this one base, and we'll see if top's ready for this. MC may try and push up the ramp, but there's going to be that Widowmine there. And look at that, here comes that SCV, going to repair the barracks, which is actually nice for top. I mean, it's nothing actually too significant because that barracks isn't going to be producing or anything, but oh, look at this. Top, he's actually gone for a Cloak Banshee follow-up, and MC will need some detection for this. Yeah, I mean, it is 2018 with both of these guys, but it is going to be this one base play from coming out of both of them. Now here comes in that Warp Prism. It's going to be able to unload these Stalkers right on in here. I mean, the Prism does get locked onto, which is nice. SCV's being pulled, but so many units just being unloaded into the main base for top, and I'm not sure he's going to have an answer for this going into this Medivac, but suddenly there's so many Stalkers in his base. He was planning a drop, but MC can micro with this good pickup there, avoiding the mine shot, and suddenly top's in a lot of trouble, losing so many workers, and I think MC may have just put a cheeky one on the board here, just scouting out top. He's had enough of his shenanigans, and he puts a point on the board. Oh man, very well played. Yes, very well played there by MC, and now suddenly top. He's not having a clean run. MC says, no, enough of your one base proxies. Get on out of here. But yeah, well, it's top's map pick next. But yeah, thanks to everyone for tuning on in. This has been another awesome of these best of 9s. All right. So, yeah, I mean, no clean run for either of these players now. Okay, the next map's going to be Blue Shift. So a much smaller map here, which could make things tough for MC. So Top changing it up with a bit of an odd proxy, and it didn't work out there. But yeah, MC just says, he says, no, you know what? You're going to proxy every game. I'm just going to straight up open and try and counter you and kill you. And it worked. Just that one base play. Okay. We're getting both these guys into the game. Alrighty. We'll just make sure that both these guys are ready. Then we'll load on in. Now, Blue Shift is a much smaller map. Okay. Alright, we're loading on into the game, but awesome that MC putting a point on the board. It was looking a little rough in those first two games, but just going for his own decisive build, just saying, no, I'm just going to one-base you if you're one-basing me. And that's exactly the kind of scrappy stuff we wanted to see with this match. So here we are. Alright, this guy, the Boss Toss, putting a point on the board. MC. Alright, and his opponent spawning down the bottom left-hand side of the map. It's Killian, aka Top. Now, Top just building that depot. No SCV moving out on the map for a proxy just yet. He may just try and go for, like, hiding it like he did in the last game, but so far, just, yeah. No proxy on Blue Shift. I mean, it's a very small map, very fast rush distance. Okay, now, SCV, just going to be building that barracks in the main base, which is somewhat important to note. No Ghost Rush. Now, the Ghost Rush was a bit odd out of Top. So, yeah, the Ghost Rush was a bit odd. But this game, I imagine we'll be seeing something more normal as far as proxies go. That's what Top had success with in the first two games. But, yeah, all right, SCV. It is going to be moving out here. I mean, Top does look like he's opening up for a normal Expo build, and that could just be an SCV scout. And MC, on the other hand, so far he is just going to be doing this one base play, which is, I mean, versus a Terran who's straight up macroing, it's a little bit risky, but maybe Top, after proxying MC for the past 3 games, MC is just going to say, yeah, maybe you want to play a macro game now, but I don't. And so with Top opening up with a normal command center, whereas MC going for that gateway and Zealot first, just standard stuff. MC probe scouted the first 2 games, but now he's just saying, you know what, no, I'm just going to blindly one-base you. Top comes on in and scouts this, though, which is important for shutting this down. He can know to make a Marine, and he actually builds his command center in his main base, which is very significant here. So MC, he's delaying his Expo a fair bit for this, just going for the Stalker, Chrono boosting it out, but I mean, the fact that Top is going for his own Expo build, MC kind of needs to, you know, start his own Expo in, I mean, you can try and one-base a Terran, but a Terran who knows that you're a one-basing Protoss, basically alarm bells are ringing, so Top should be prepared for this. I mean, this Zealot's moving across the map. The Reaper will be able to intercept it, though. But now Zealot's going to have to retreat, going to have to try and hide on into these bushes. Top going to be not allowing that to happen easily. It's a dance of micro right now. MC is just going to try and hide on in here. And Top, he's actually just going to be heading on into the main base. Zealot and Stalker moving on back. A Stalker will be popping in MC's main base, and he's got his Nexus on the way. After a bit of a delay, there's a Marine out, there's a Cyclone on the way, so this Zealot and Stalker will be able to work away on this depot a little bit, which will be very nice, but because it will be a while before this Cyclone's out, he catches the SCV, and now a Stalker is out for MC, so he's going to be able to put a little bit of pressure on here with the Zealot, with the Stalker, can maybe force an SCV off the line. It will be a second before the Cyclone finishes, but once that Cyclone's out, it's really just going to say, get on out of here, guy. I mean, Repair going down, being forced. I mean, SCV is going to be pushed back, but now that this Cyclone's going to be out, that's really all that he's going to need. Nice grenade, actually locking that Stalker, and that's a massive deal there. So getting some nice damage done on that top with a cheeky grenade, shutting that down. Now MC, he's macroing back at home. Well, somewhat macroing, I should say. I mean, just getting up his Nexus doesn't necessarily count as macro, as he's going for a Twilight, going for an Immortal. Chrono boosting that out right away, seeing that there is indeed that Cyclone out. Zealot trying to kite this back, but more Stalkers coming out for MC, and actually 3 Stalkers versus a Cyclone. That's maybe a fight that top, or that MC can take. He's pursuing with these Stalkers now, but deciding to go home. And the Twilight Council is the mystery factor. What is it that that MC's gonna do with this? I mean, maybe Blink or something like that, maybe Charge, or just a Dark Shrine, a good old Dark Shrine, is that we're gonna see? And it is gonna be Blink. Interestingly enough, in this TVP, looks like the Reaper will be coming on in here. MC should be able to deny that scout with all these Stalkers. Top trying to suicide that Reaper and doesn't see anything of significance though, so he doesn't know about this. And it looks like these Reaper's days will be numbered. Now, this can't be for an offensive Blink, right? But maybe it is. I mean, Top back at home, if we look at this, he's just playing it sort of so safe, but also so aggressive at the same time. Getting out this Medivac, going to be going for a double Cyclone drop, so really putting the pressure on MC. And MC back at home, he's got this Immortal, yes. And he's got out a few Stalkers, so he should be able to try and shut down these Cyclones. However, I mean, 2 Cyclones and a Medivac. Top isn't simultaneously pushing the front, so he is a little bit scared here. But just going to try and settle for this double Cyclone drop. There is going to be the Immortal here, which will help out as long as MC does react quick enough. And he does pull the probes almost instantly, losing just 1, or actually 2, pardon me. But these Cyclones now going to be boosting into the main base. The Stalkers are ready for this. They're going to be trying to focus this down. Ooh, just trying to get on into this. I mean, the Cyclones are getting a decent trade, actually keeping them both alive, but the Medivac dies. So suddenly we're going to be seeing, it looks like we'll be seeing 2 Stalkers or 3 Stalkers for a Medivac and 2 Cyclones. That's a somewhat equal trade. Could have gone a little bit better for MC, but the fact that he shut that down at the end of the day is kind of nice for him. And now he's getting Blink. He's getting up this Immortal. The Observer's going to come on in and scout this. 4 Stalkers died. Oh, pardon me. Oh yeah, so that's pretty painful there. Okay, now Probe's moving out for MC, so it looks like he will be looking to secure a 3rd base, but Top, on the other hand, he's getting up a 3rd, and he's getting up additional barracks now, but Stim's a long way out for Top, so he may just go for like a stimless 2-base push, because if he does push normally, it's going to be a while out, and I mean, MC sees the tanks building, he sees the starport, so there is going to be Liberator harassment, things like that. MC does have Blink, he's got Immortal, so that's a pretty defensive composition versus something like this, but he needs to be prepared in case something like this does move on out. MC starting Charge, which is very nice. It's sort of the get on top of the Terran who's pushing and shut it down composition, but he's maybe looking to put the aggression on his opponent. However, he's on 3 bases, or getting into 3 bases, whereas Top, he does have a 3rd command center, and MC does scout this 3rd, so maybe that is why he's actually planning on moving out. Liberator harassment being queued up for Top, though. Okay, now Stalker's blink on in. He's trying to focus down a reactor, and he does get that, so that's pretty nice. And there is no stim for Top, so these Stalkers do have a lot of mobility. MC going to try and micro these away, picking off a few Marines, just gets on out of there. Observer will be scanned, and it actually, oh yeah, it does go down there. So MC losing that, not going to have his vision on the Terran anymore, pardon me. Tank shoos him away. So this game, we are going to be having a game that's going later between these two. Okay, now, yeah, so MC, he's just going to be macroing up, and he's already going into Psystorm, so he knows where the getting's good, just wanting to have Psystorm. Now, he's got Immortals, he's got Storm. This Liberator, it did come in here. I don't think it got any kills. Got 1 kill and then got pushed away. So MC going into this Charge Lot Stalker Psystorm composition, no heavy Robotech. Top is going to have an upgrade advantage here as the Forge is just getting started for MC. It's going to be double Forge. If he starts Chrono Boosting out, he will be able to try and catch up, but the one thing that I worry for MC is that he's going to be exposed to drops and things like that, but Top not moving out just yet as his stim's still a fair ways off. Now these Stalkers are going to move on in, however there is that Siege Tank there. And MC does have to get on out of there with 2 tanks. With all that bio there, you can't push on in. But yeah, Psystorm already out for MC is going to be very nice for shutting down things like this. But as I said, it is these drops that I'm worried about. Top's now moving into the main base, but MC is pretty exposed here. He's got a good number of gateways and such, so he can always warp in to be reactive, but you want to really anticipate things like this as the Protoss player. Where are the Stalkers positioned right now? Okay, Stalkers moving on into the main base, which is very important. Now, MC taking this watchtower would be nice, but here comes Kiwian moving on in, and oh, I like this out of Kiwian. He's actually just moving on into the natural, it looks like, with this drop, not going for the sort of predictable drop. He's coming on into the north. MC does have a lot of Stalkers though, but we'll see what this force is going to get done. Top's playing it very passive right now. Whereas on the production tab, what we're seeing is we're seeing 1-1 for both players, but it will be that eventual bio clash. However, MC, he's building up a lot of Storm here on all these High Templar. He has so many High Templar here. He's just ready for this. Stalkers do find this Cyclone, and that may, I mean, them being out on the map may cue Top to go in for this drop. He actually scans, but he sees High Templar and he sees Zealots in position there, so he's not going to commit to that. And now a Warp Prism moving out for MC, so MC playing a very straight up PVT. He's just got to be careful for this move out, but he does see it's coming. However, there's ghosts in this composition, so MC needs to be prepared for this. We'll see if he's able to catch anything. He's just moving out on the map already. Gonna try and get a Medivac, and he actually does so. Nicely done. High Templar moving forward versus Ghosts. It's always a dance, and MC's planning a 4th base, but that's gonna get quickly shut down here by Top. A snipe goes down. Blink forward from MC to pick that off. Few storms out. MC really being out on the map, but that one ghost is exposed and EMP lands. It may have a storm still. Yeah, it actually does have a storm despite getting EMP'd. However, this drop of Top's going to cause some damage right now. These High Templar are going to have to storm, maybe morph an Archon. Forced an Archon there. Maybe they didn't have energy for Psystorm. Some Zealots from the main base coming on in to shut this down. So Top getting this drop off, but not too much damage being done there. Storm actually almost shuts it down. Does get the Medivac. Fantastic done, just feedbacking both Medivacs and storming. Meanwhile, MC planning his own counterattack here. Whoever Top with these ghosts is really going to be looking to put the aggression on MC. No, EMP only, I believe, removes 100 energy. Don't quote me on that though. It is not enough. A full energy High Templar when EMP can storm again. Now, Stalker's coming in, trying to focus down a siege tank. Gets the tank, but does have to get on out of there. Now there's these High Templar. They want to get storms off on that big bio ball. MC has this Warp Prism, but Top, he's got up a good number of turrets in order to shut this down. Okay, now MC, I mean, he's building up a pretty scary army. He's getting up his 4th base once again. The one thing that I worry about is if Top, say, gets into a ton of Liberators or something like that. Top's planning a big old drop right now. MC, though, how prepared is he for something like this? This is a full 3 on Medivac drop, and I mean, there's High Templar in the main base to shut this down. However, at the 3rd base, it's going to be pretty exposed if all this bio just decides to stim on in. MC's out on the map very aggressively. He's got a High Templar up at the front here, getting up a shield battery, but here comes on in Top. I mean, these High Templar are going to be focused down. Zealot's going to try and intercept this, but yeah, they are just going to be getting kited back. This is too much bio here for this attack, and Archon and some more High Templar coming on in will help to try and push this drop back. Meanwhile, MC just pressuring on the front still. Okay, and now MC now is going into that double robo, getting up the robotics bay. Okay, and now MC is still lurking about, but this army is so scary up Top. I mean, just a few good EMPs and MC's in a lot of trouble, and there's the good EMPs. There's one Psystorm, but this army's getting completely chased back. This bio just stimming on Top. MC has no choice but to cut his losses. They've lost like 5 or 6 High Templar, and Top is just actually pursuing right now. MC's got to keep retreating, man. I mean, these Immortals being chased now. MC, he is going into double Disruptor behind this. Disruptors can't be EMP'd. Top planning another drop. However, there's High Templar, there's Zealots in the main base, so if MC's paying attention, he should be able to shut this down hard. However, it's exactly that, and he is paying attention. Storm going down. He can also feed back those Medivacs, but actually just annihilating that drop there. These Marauders and a few Zealots going to finish up, but that cannon will help clean everything up. And MC, he's still being out on the map. Top is very pinned this game right now. Alright, 3-3 is on the way for MC. He's going into Disruptor Tech, which doesn't care about Ghosts, so Top will need to start Liberator production right now. But, alright, here's MC. He's pushing on once again, but actually overextending a little bit, I think. I mean, he's got no Psystorm. I mean, he's got so many Zealots he can try and take the fight. It's a little bit ambitious, though, but these Archons putting out a lot of damage on this bio on Top. He doesn't have much else going for him, but, I mean, in theory, Top can just kite this back for days. Another nice EMP lands, so suddenly it's just Stalkers for MC. and he has to retreat, so maybe overextending a little bit there. I mean, he can always warp in Zealots to help defend versus this, and he's got Disruptors moving out on the map. I mean, look at this, so many units here. MC actually moving forward with 2 Disruptors. This is pretty bold for him. I mean, oh yeah, here comes these Disruptors, but this is actually a miss rally right now. Is MC paying attention to these? You can try and get out of Nova. Actually picks off like 3 Ghosts there. Okay, if you're going to lose your Disruptors, 3 Ghosts is a pretty nice pick off, and he's really putting the aggression on. However, there's now a Planetary Fortress here, and so I don't think MC can push on into this. Zealots trying to get on top of this army, but really just bleeding them off at this point. So MC, I don't think he can keep pushing in right now. High Templar rallying forward, so a bit of an odd rally there for MC. Needs to be very careful with these High Templar, and it's actually just High Templar moving in on the front here. Feedback going down on some Ghosts. Psystorm feedback just annihilating those Ghosts, and MC really wants to push right now. However, he's just going to try and bypass the Planetary, it looks like, but some High Templar actually being taken out by it. Oh, actually staying just alive. But yeah, MC, I think he needs to consolidate right now. I mean, he's doing a good, he's really keeping top down, but top's up on supply now. MC, he's bleeding off a fair few units. I mean, MC just, though, he's just got these Disruptors. He's got, I mean, he's the happy Protoss. He's just putting on so much pressure. I think if he gets out like 2 Colossus here, he's going to be in a fantastic spot for fighting the main army of Top, but Top secured his 4th base, so I think we'll need to see MC looking for a 5th. Okay, and now lots of Zealots, lots of High Templar. This game is actually just fantastic. This series really is delivering so far, guys. Okay. Alright, Disruptors and Stalkers, always a good composition. I mean, those Disruptors, they can always get good hits, pretty much no matter the point in the game for the Protoss. Now, both these guys are on 4 bases, so we do need to see MC taking a 5th base pretty soon, because he will start to run out of steam, whereas Top, he's already planning on getting up a 5th base, which is his main base floating, so he does not want to run out of gas. As a Top, really just, he was on 3 bases for a long time. Now, Stalkers actually blink forward very aggressively, going to take some losses there. I mean, these Stalkers can work away on this command center. We'll be able to force that off, and SCV's not repairing it here, so it is going to get forced down there. Nicely done, and MC, so picks off a base there of Top. Top immediately got a few more command centers on the way here. The base at the bottom there wasn't scouted out, but now here's where it could get rough for MC as Top. He's investing in a good number of Liberators right now. When it's sort of in like the single-digit count, it's doable with Stalkers, but eventually when Terran just masses up on tons and tons of Liberators, it does get rough for the Protoss. Already, it looks like Top planning a big old drop right now. Just 4 full medivacs scanning, moving on down to the south. And MC, he's not ready for this, but he's really aggressive right now. He wants to put the pressure on Top. And I mean, Disruptors can push their way into this. However, there's so many Stalkers, MC can't commit to it. Looks like, yeah, just playing it so risky right now. Disruption Nova goes out, but it does get picked off. So MC just bleeding forward, a little bit of a mistake right now. These Disruptors are here, so Top needs to be careful about pursuing, but this drop going to be able to shut down the 5th base right now. So I mean, yeah, there's not much else. I'm pretty sure that this base is done. MC, he's out on the map, but playing a little bit too aggressive, maybe. I mean, this drop hasn't landed just yet. These probes, however, they're rallying into a very bad time. And so that base, those probes are going to go down. MC, I think he needs to try expanding to the north pretty quickly right now, as you don't want to be sort of caught out running out of bases as the Protoss player. So Top shutting that down to the north is very nice. There's High Templar and Zealots going to be able to shut down if this drop pushes in, but MC, he does need another base. He may be waiting too long. I mean, Top's going into mass Liberators as the Terran player. And here comes these High Templar, here comes the Zealots chasing us out. Top sees this, so and it pretty much is just High Templars to shut this down. Lots of feedbacks going down. However, this army does get collapsed on top of. I mean, a lot of damage being done there. Stalkers coming back to clean up this drop. Zealots coming in, so this drop will get cleaned up, but like 3 High Templar for that. I mean, it's like a consolation prize. And now MC, he is a little bit worried about this sort of late game Terran, as he is getting up double Stargate. So we're recognizing that eventually he needs to tech is important here. He's pushing on in now, though. He's got these Disruptors, doesn't want to eat any Liberator shots. So many Stalkers for MC, though. I mean, he's really just staying on this sort of scrappy ground gateway composition, planning on getting into Tempest at some point. But so many Liberators are on the way for Top. MC maybe looking on, maybe planning on going in. He really wants to just get right on in there and charge in. He's really securing this base here. Lots of cannons. going up, even keeping Stalkers down here, so that's important for him to make sure that that base stays alive. However, Top with so many Liberators, and oh my god, he actually blinks forward. MC the Madman just going to start volleying these down, but losing so many Stalkers. However, he's got these EMPs, and he's got tons of Disruptors right now, so he's going to try and focus down this base, storming the workers. He is actually going to be able to break this base. It looks like, yeah, he does get it. I mean, that was a bit of an odd trade, but picking off the base is very nice. However, if he realized that this base was down here, and okay, I think he will finally scout it. Did he see it? Yes, he did see it. So now MC can get on top of this base, which is so huge. This is really Top's main mining base at this point. And I mean, so many Disruptors. These SCVs are in a lot of trouble, so Top taking a lot of damage. And I mean, Top has no counter damage. 44 SCVs going down. MC having some fun using Disruptors on those few SCVs. And I mean, MC is a little bit worried right now, but Top taking so much damage there. Just losing bases. He's been going into this mass Liberators, but he's gas starved now. He's got a big bank, but really no gas. And okay, I mean, MC, if he keeps trading out at this point, I mean, he can't push in with these Stalkers. You gotta respect this. But I mean, even picking off the Geyser is nice at this point. But a base going up to the north for Top. I mean, he's got the minerals, right? He just needs more base, so he's expanding now. Okay, Tempest now on the way for MC, though, and that's where he can really begin to challenge the Liberators. It is a tough composition to micro Disruptor, Tempest, just everything. MC pretty much is everything. Disruptor, Templar, Tempest. That's pretty much the main units he has to control. But look at this, Zealots moving to the north right now, and they may be scouting out this base. Looks like one of them is moving to the left, so MC will identify this base, keeping Top down, and I think Top will just cancel this upon seeing it. So MC finding a space is very nice. I imagine Top's going to just cancel that straight up. And there's the cancel now. Okay. Now MC still got out all these Disruptors, and Disruptors are playmakers. Top's just got so much bio right now. And as long as there's Disruptors, you really can't collapse on top of the Protoss. The Liberators can slowly zone them out, but the fact that MC is the one that's got the map control is the main story right now. I mean, these Stalkers do have to be very careful, but now that the Tempest are out, I mean, these Liberators can start getting pressured. Top scans the Tempest, starts making Vikings, but just making Vikings versus Liberators is never comfortable for the Terran, and because of this, these Liberators can be pushed back. MC, it is going to have to be a very slow push because it does take a long time to break the Liberators. However, these Tempests, they will be able to get that job done, and so many Disruptors are actually just going to fire out on this base right now, trying to pick it off. Not enough of them there to get that done, but Top, he doesn't have too much else going for him. It looks like he's planning a base trade right now, but a late game Protoss who can always go for warpins and things like that, base trading is always a little bit risky. MC also securing this base to the north, but Top is going to be hitting hard. However, we'll see. I mean, MC's been very good with keeping sort of a few High Templar out. Having some on this base is important. We're actually seeing a recall. High Templar move forward. Who's going to feed back or EMP first? Looks like MC is the one to react first, so there goes a lot of the ghosts for Top. And suddenly now MC, I mean, he's actually in a bit of a danger zone right now. He's storming all these Liberators though, so should be able to pick off a lot of them. Disruptors getting massive connections there on the army of the Terran right now. And I mean, MC, his army, it is faltering right now. He's down on, or he's actually up on supply, pardon me. Fantastic Psystorms going down. It was a little bit dicey there, but with these Zealots, with more High Templar warping in, I mean, he's got enough army now. It looks like he's blinking with the Stalkers, more Disruptors coming from behind. Just MC just going to be annihilating this Terran army right now, and it looks like he's going to be tying up the series. Fantastically played by MC. I mean, he definitely, it took him a while to get here, but eventually it looks like he manages to wipe the floor with Top, who's now down on supply, down on 4 bases, but pretty much mined out at a lot of them. And MC just clears that army so well. Just making more Tempest, more Disruptors on the way in. I'm not sure Top's going to be able to stop MC right now. There's so many Stalkers. Now, I mean, there's Liberators, but there's no Planetary here. The Tempest, so they may be able to get cleaned out, but I mean, what's stopping MC from really just diving on in here? Well, I mean, but I think just one round of Zealots are coming in from a different angle, and MC will be able to push right now. Stalkers chasing down these Vikings. I mean, Top's trying to hold on, but MC even getting up a Mothership core right now. Or a Mothership, pardon me, not the core. Looks like a Liberator will be getting some harassment done on the space, which is very nice for Top. If you're going to try and come back in a game like this, you got to get something like that done. Shut down the economy of MC. And now, so MC will have to react to that, just being denied mining, but he's got this base to the north. However, oh, look at that. Liberator denied mining at this space too. So 17 workers going down to these Liberators, which is nice. As MC not on the strongest economy, but Top certainly on a weaker one. Okay, Top looking to secure a 5th base. MC's got a very scary army, though. He's up on supply. He's now resecuring that base to the south. Seeing MC start a fair few more probes would be nice, and he's building a few. Okay, now Tempest moving on in. Here comes in all these units right now. I mean, the Tempest can poke and prod, and there's really not much of an answer for him. 5 Tempest, I mean, you need a lot of Vikings to take on 5 Tempests. There's a Tempest for every Viking, and MC's coming on in here. There's no EMP right now, so these Storms are going to be able to blanket unquestioned. And the Disruptor's firing out. I mean, MC, he's got a lot of Stalkers, so top can maybe stand strong versus this, but more Archons coming out. The Tempest are also going to be there, and there's actually not enough Marines to take on the Tempest, so I think MC finally going to tie it up. It was a bit of a scrappy end there, but MC eventually winning out. Top not able to get it done. GG. MC. It's now 2-2 in this series. Alright guys, and honestly I was a little bit worried that MC wouldn't be able to stand up against this, but managing to make it happen. Managing to keep the dream alive. Very well played. Okay, so the next map is going to be Top's pick, but yeah, thanks to everyone for tuning on in. I hope you're enjoying this game. I certainly am enjoying having these guys out, having them play here. Next map will be Top's pick, but that was a long game between these two. And I mean, it's a best of 9, so gotta get at least 3. One of these players has to get at least 3 more wins, so awesome to see. Yeah, guys, at that exclamation mark Matcherino, you can always check that out, as basically you can support the event. Okay. So we are going to be getting on in. It's going to be Cerulean Fall. But yeah, feel free to check out the Matcherino, guys. You can get the event replays for this, and you can support the event for free by actually just, you know, following OSC on Twitter. They're one of the sponsored quests, and actually just clicking links can add to support this event, which is really appreciated. It helps more of these happen. If you guys remember, a while back we did Parting versus Tasia, a best of 9, and that was fantastic. Another awesome TVP. But we're going to be getting on into this one. So yeah, and also with the exclamation mark caster, so you can find like all the previous invitationals and such on my YouTube. But so feel free to check that out. But it looks like both these guys are going to be ready to go in just a second here. Awesome to see so many of you guys tuning on in right now. Lots of follows coming on in as well, so make sure to be hitting that follow button, guys. If we can fill up that goal this stream, that would be awesome. But that's a little bit ambitious. Okay, both players are ready, so we're loading on in here. Okay, I'm just gonna have a quick drink here. Got a lot of casting to do. I mean, it's a best of 9. Okay, but here we are. It's currently tied 2-2. Spawning up in the top right-hand side of the map. It is the boss toss. It's MC. And his opponent spawning down the bottom left-hand side of the map. It is Kiwian, aka Top. And now, I mean, guys, remember that last game, like, that was like a fairly... MC has opened aggressive pretty much all of these games in response to a proxy or not in response to a proxy. So, I mean, this game, it could be just as chaotic. It was a fair few steps for us to get into that last late game. Okay, a few more follows coming on in. Risky Moves, Linus. I'm not going to be able to shout out all these, but also Zelvin. So thank you guys for the recent follows. But now we see MC. He's moving out. He's scouting very quickly right now, making sure that Top isn't proxying. And Top isn't proxying right now. So he's just going to be playing what looks like a normal game, and MC scouting this, so we may have a normal opening, dare I say, which is awesome to see that these guys actually going to play a straight-up macro game. No one-base shenanigans coming out of either player just yet. Now, yeah, so we'll see. I mean, that last game went the full distance with the macro, but MC eventually won out. Okay. Top gonna be SCV scouting. Okay. Gateway on the way here. So what? MC just scouting out right now. Top also going to be scouting out. See the Nexus. So both these guys knowing that it is going to be a normal macro game. MC just being such a nuisance with his probe. Going to have to get it out of here. We'll see if Top's going to chase it down or whether that Reaper's going to change its direction to try and find the probe. It's always a question whether, it's always the game of how far does the probe go to hide. And the probe's going pretty far for MC, but Top may be able to find it, but no, he turns the Reaper around, so that probe managing to hide on out, MC keeping that alive, and he's actually going to go back in, whereas Top now moving across the map with his Reaper, maybe not expecting this. Now Top may be planning a proxy of his own. This is a very suspicious SCV, so it could be a proxy starport. But MC now coming on in, and oh, the Reaper actually didn't go across the map, so this probe does get scouted. So we're not able to get on in there. Okay. Alright, so MC going into a Robo, which is sort of like the catch-all safety net for Protoss. Reaper does see this Adept, so Top going to try and delay that a little bit. I mean, this Adept will be able to poke at the natural, and Top's command center should finish up, though. MC going to try and get this Adept, or get this Reaper, and he does get the Reaper, which is nice. Not able to shut down the command center, but getting the Reaper and also scouting out this reactor is going to be very huge for MC. Just seeing this, I mean, it is going to be Hellions, so this Adept possibly going to die. I mean, Adept versus 2 Hellions, it's going to be an interesting engagement. With the Reaper, they definitely win, but going to have to shade on out. Top not pursuing after that. And that proxy starport is going to be on the way. Now MC coming on in here with the Stalker with his Adept, and I mean versus just Hellions, I mean a Stalker goes a long way. So he comes on in here, Stalker and Adept going to be working away on this reactor, putting the pressure on, and seeing these Hellions, MC's got to be thinking, right, this is going to be a drop. Now the Hellions I think can actually win this if microed correctly, so MC could be losing these units. Gets one of the Hellions though, which is very nice for him. Microing back the Stalker, the Adept going to shade on out, the Stalker running in. Actually the Adept shades on in there and it does go down, but I mean, MC identifying this is very nice for him. These Hellions are out on the map, so he's got to be ready for this. But he's got another Stalker that's coming in, so going to be able to maybe pick off one of these Hellions. Meanwhile, this starport on this side of the map, it made a Medivac, and now it's making a Liberator, but only half the payload's going to make it, as 2 of these Hellions did go down so far. Alrighty. So this double Medivac going to come on in, but an Immortal, a Stalker here, going to be able to shut this down. So Top not going to be getting the damage done that he wants. MC really hitting his stride in this series. I mean, those proxies early on caught him off guard, but now he seems just to be confident to take it into a macro game, and Top macroing up. And oh, look at this. Look at MC's wall, guys. This is a retired pro. He's like, I think I know what I'm supposed to do here. And the 4 pylon wall, just throwing that up, and now he's got the Immortal Guardian there. So that's pretty interesting there, but looks like we are seeing these Hellions actually unload, and MC not quite prepared for this. So Top finding a nice angle, Medivac taking a bit of damage, but finding 4 probes is nice for him. I was sort of just disregarding that drop at that point, but Top getting some nice harassment done. MC, and now there's a Liberator in his main base. He's going to have to pull off that, so he is losing a good number of probes right now, and probes only now just pulling, so 9 workers going down, 10 in total. This Liberator, if it gets shut down, will be nice, but that's a fair bit of damage got done by Top, when really, I mean, MC had been prepared for that, so now he's going to have to deal with what's coming next. I mean, MC's moving across the map, but these Hellions, they're out on the map once again. Stalkers are going to be in this mineral line. However, these Hellions can always dive on into the natural base, and we'll see. It is going to be the natural that gets picked, and suddenly these units are very exposed to Stalkers warping on in order to shut these down. But MC's going to be in a lot of trouble, taking so much damage right now. He's down on workers. Top getting damage done after all. However, the counterattack coming in for MC right now. Double Immortal, but not going to be able to get anything done. I think maybe he just needs to pick up both these Immortals in the Warp Prism and look for something else, or shuffle his units into the main base, because after all, this isn't stimmed bio. And Gateway units can take this fight, but look at this. Here comes in the Immortals right now. MC going to be able to micro these. The Immortals do land. They eat a tank shot right off the bat, but we'll see what they're able to find. This Immortal is eating a tank shot there, so MC not finding too much damage there. And Top just picked off a good number of probes, and suddenly, I mean, he's sitting back at home. He's very comfortable to macro up, and MC hasn't started a third base. Top also got his Medivac there in order to position that, but now looking at this Warp Prism, the Viking going to be able to catch this, so MC, he's got to react to this. You cannot lose a Warp Prism full of 2 Immortals. So MC not able to break his opponent now. I mean, he's getting up Blink, but I don't think you can break a Terran player with mines and tanks. You can't Blink on top of this, otherwise that's just disastrous. So many mines, so much bio, and once Stim is done, that's where it becomes very rough for the Terran player, for the Protoss player, when you've just got Stalkers. So MC, he's going for a third base, which is something that's very important, but he's got to be thinking of what's next, and it's actually going to be Resonating Glaives, interestingly enough. Going to be trying to play this sort of mass Adept style. Now keep in mind, guys, MC was back in 2015. That was when Adepts really were at their peak, when they still had like a 90 health and had their full vision. So Adepts were very good back in those days. They're still very good, but versus stimmed bio, you really need to catch your opponent off guard. What's nice for MC right now is that he has a full scout off with this observer, which is very important, but still, it's a little bit concerning here for MC. He's got these Stalkers so he can poke and prod, but when Top moves out, he's going to have so many mines, so many tanks. I mean, Widow Mines are good versus this MC. I mean, he comes in with the Stalkers, maybe works away on a Widow Mine, but he's just got to be very careful, and maybe he can pick off a unit or two. Any mine that he picks off is absolutely huge. Gets a mine there, gets on out. If he can do that one or two more times, that would be very nice. And look at this Top. He doesn't have a starport as he was floating his back, but oh, MC, you got a micro. Ooh, gets out of there with his Stalkers, playing it a little bit risky right now. And he's getting up a lot of Glaive Adepts right now. He's going to want to warp in some more, but if Top overcommits on top... okay, it happened. If Top overcommits on top of what MC's got, there's a chance MC can really just bring down the hammer on top of him with a ton of Adepts. I mean, this is a healthy amount of bio, but it's not an overwhelming amount, and suddenly with Widowmine friendly fire, these Adepts may be able to just shade on top of this. I mean, there's a lot of mines here, though. But, we'll see. Is Top going to commit to this? This is going to be a pretty scary Protoss army. Tons of Glaives Adepts. Looks like that Widowmine does go down. Where's the Observer? Ah, there it is. That's how it got the vision. Top realizing this and actually deciding to go on home. Now, Stalkers are coming to the front for MC, but look at this. Oh, a drop in the main base from Top. Some Adepts are being warped on in. They're going to be able to work away on some of these Marines. However, this is actually some nice damage being done for Top. Shutting down the mining. MC's probes had to be pulled off the line there. And MC, he's not on the best economy behind this. All right. So Top getting into 1-1, whereas MC has no upgrades. So MC on this sort of odd composition, he's going to want to try and make something happen. But Top's army, eventually the bio really does begin to win out versus this gateway composition. I mean, there's a lot of Adepts, a lot of Stalkers, but this is a lot of Terran now. And I mean, if MC shades on top of this, he's actually not prepared for this fight. Top baiting him in right now, and MC eating so many Widowmines, taking tons of damage there. His army's going to be pursued. His Stalkers can escape, but everything else is going to be forfeit. I think MC is just going to be dead here. As I mean, the Stalkers, they do a decent trade there, but now Top with a fantastic position. Now more Adepts warping in for MC, but he hasn't been getting into... he has not been getting into, say, more High Templar or anything like that. And this is where it's getting very rough for him. Okay, now these Adepts going to try and get on top of this. It's mainly Marauders here. Marauders take a while to kill Adepts. The remaining Adepts are going to shade on top of this, but there's more Widowmines waiting for them. So MC holding on really for nothing now, as Top's just going to move forward. He can try and survive, but he's on a low worker count. There's even EMPs going down for good measure. These Stalkers doing decent staying alive for this long, but there's just too much Terran right now. Top's going to be the one who takes the lead in this series. Takes the 3-2 lead so far. Very well played. I mean, MC, he's given us a good showing though, right, guys? But awesome to have this match. The next map will be MC's pick, but that was a bit aggressive from MC. The fact that he went for Glaive Adepts instead of something else, I understand the idea, but it's not like he went for a precise timing or anything like that. All right, but yeah, thanks to everyone for tuning on in. I hope you guys are enjoying this stream. Feel free to leave a follow. But yeah, so we'll see. What's the next map going to be? Coming out of MC, coming out. I mean, yeah, so I mean, this is a fantastic series so far. The fact that okay, let's just go through, see what maps used. Okay, MC wanting to know what the maps are here. Oh, are we actually on the wrong scene? Okay. But, okay, other maps are... Just gotta pull up the maps here. We are using some non-GSL maps, so, just finding out the maps here, guys. Alrighty, so the remaining maps are Catalyst, Atlas, Eastwatch, and 16-bit. Okay. Okay, so the next map's going to be Atlas. GSL Atlas. Now, neither of these guys have really played on this map from the SEMA things. Okay, this should be the right map. Atlas, personally, I haven't seen this map much. But we're going to get both these guys in on it, so it's going to be a bit of a wonky one. Okay, but we've got both these guys into the lobby. GSL Atlas will be the map. Alrighty, both players are ready, so we're going to load on in. Alright, I'm glad you guys are enjoying the Invitational. You can do a !Matcherino in order to get the event replays, but you can also support the event for free, basically just by following some places on Twitter, or literally clicking a link if you have a Matcherino account. Adds a few cents to the prize pool, and with all you guys watching, that does add up. But alrighty, it's a best of 9. It's GSL Atlas. Okay. Alright, this guy spawning down the bottom right-hand side of the map managed to take the lead. It's Kiwian, aka Top, and his opponent spawning up in the top left-hand side of the map. It is MC the Boss Toss. Now, we shall see how this is going to work out. I mean, yeah, now, MC going to be scouting out. Now, neither of these guys really know this map from the SEMA things. Okay, as far as the builds go, that's the main question here. Probe Scout for MC, going to be moving down to the bottom left-hand side of this map. It is a 4-player map, so the spawns can vary, but nothing there. And now we're going to likely be sending his probe to the right. I'm not exactly sure what these guys are saying. I imagine they're talking about the map, though. Okay, now this probe, it's moving to the center of the map. Going to be getting that watchtower, but we'll see. Is it going to, say, go down to the bottom right? It's going to go to the top right. So both these guys, since it is a larger 4-player map, are going to play sort of a normal macro game. I mean, what else can you do when you're not sure what your opponent's going for? Top is scouting to the top right, so these workers may run on into each other. But so far, Top not scouting the bottom left, so he's not sure where MC's base is. But yeah, standard builds coming out of both these guys. The probe for MC is going down to the bottom right. We'll see if the Reaper's able to intercept it or not, as that Reaper is on the way. But it is a very large map. I mean, this is a learning experience, guys. Probe for MC, going to be hiding out for a little bit. Trying to avoid the Reaper, but he actually does get seen. Oh, Top changing direction there. And now this probe is going to get on in, pull that Reaper back, and suddenly this probe will get killed by this Reaper. So MC going to lose that, and if he scouts the reactor, that would be nice, and he actually will, so that's a very nice scout. Probe actually just getting on in. He's making a run for it. The Reaper for Top, taking his sweet time cleaning that up. Okay. But this is an important match, because if Top takes this, he goes to game point in the following one, whereas MC is going to want to try and tie it up. Stargate now on the way for MC. So that's the first time we've seen a Stargate. He's just gone Robo every game. Looks like this Reaper is going to be shooed away by this Adept. I mean, Top knows where his opponent spawned for now, and he's going into Hellion, so he's going to be putting on this Hellion pressure onto his opponent once more. But this Adept going to shade on into the natural. I mean, he will see this reactor, likely assume that it's Hellion's. MC, you want to get the scout there, and he does. So he sees that it is a reactor on this, and Hellion's actually going to run on into this Adept. The Reaper coming on in here, so this Adept days should be numbered right now. It can try and run, but shooting the Reaper, that's just going to regain health. So this Adept goes down, and suddenly MC's got to be a little bit worried. He is going to have the Oracle, which will help shut this stuff down. He's going into a few more gateways behind this, but we have yet to see a pylon or a shield battery. He's building that pretty far out there. Okay, now it is double Cyclone. This is the follow-up, which is going to be a little bit worrying. Seems like there'll be a Banshee after that as well. So Top really going to be putting the pressure onto his opponent. And so we'll see what these Hellions are able to get done. They're going to have to come into the front once again. MC going for that sort of funny pylon wall. And now there is the Oracle out. There's going to be these Stalkers here too. So, I mean, MC should be safe. He's got this full wall up. Look at this. What a legendary wall up there for MC. Just mass pylons. Okay. Now, I mean, the Banshee on the way. I mean, there is Revelation on the Oracle to scout this out, but the Oracle's actually double Oracles now moving across the map. And I mean, these Cyclones, this is going to be the concern right now. MC's only got 2 Stalkers. He's getting out a Phoenix behind this, but I mean, these Cyclones going to break down the wall, and then suddenly all these probes are going to be very exposed. The Oracles are actually forced to come home. MC not going for counter damage. These Stalkers are going to engage these Cyclones. Looks like that one of them will get cleaned up, the other gets picked up, but so many probes going to start falling for MC. He brings in the Oracles to activate his pulsar beams to help clean this up, and he will be able to do so, but he lost 12 workers right now. So that's some pretty critical damage done there. He does finally clean this up. He's got the Oracles to send across the map immediately, but we'll see if he's able to get anything else done. I mean, Top does have that engineering bay finished up, so he's getting up turrets. So while the Oracles, there's not much to contest them, they are going to get on in here. And suddenly this Cloaked Banshee, this could be the 1-2 punch that Top needs, getting in there with that first attack. But now the Oracles across the map probably going to activate their pulsar beam, if I imagine, try and get anything they can. But with those across the map, MC, he's not going to have a scout for this Cloaked Banshee. He doesn't see the Cloak on the way. He doesn't have a shield battery in any of his bases. He's trying to micro these Oracles, see if he can get anything. Going to pick off a few SCVs, but he's going to be taking damage back at home. Oh, and he's actually maybe going to run into a Widowmine. He actually avoids it there, but he needs to take a bit of an odd path out. He sees the Banshee, but now there's a Banshee at one of his bases right now, working away. I mean, the Robo's going to finish up, but where is that Robo? There it is. So he's going to be a ways away from any form of detection versus this Banshee. His Oracles don't have the energy. He's only halfway there on the energy, so he's just going to have to run these. He's got the shield battery, which is actually helping greatly. However, he's lost 6 workers, going to be losing a few more. The third base is on the way, which is going to help. He's chrono boosting out an Observer, so these Phoenix will clean up this Banshee eventually, which is very important, but still, he's going to be in a pretty rough spot this game. The fact that he has his third base already on the way kind of is his saving grace. I mean, he can try and macro out of this. But Top back at home now, starting Stimpak. Top Top, it is going to be a while before he can move out. But MCs, he took a lot of damage there from those early Hellions. That Banshee really adding insult to injury. There is another Banshee out, but it is deciding to go home for now. But it can always come on in later, try and find some more damage. So Top in a very good situation this game. Meanwhile, the Oracles for MC, there's not too much they can get done right now because there's mines, there's turrets, there's everything going up. And Top is really two-basing it at this point. So we'll see what MC is going to do. I think he needs to maybe start making, say, Immortals and Sentries, something like that, because he's got a Twilight on the way, but what else can you go for? He's coming in with these Oracles. Tags the army, which is very nice, but it's not going to be a move out for a while for Top. MC will never stop this attack. I mean, yeah, it is going to be looking pretty rough for him. Got to be paying attention to these Oracles, and he is. I mean, there's always a chance for something like a good Stasis Ward. He's getting out Immortals, getting up a good number of Sentries, and he's going into Resonating Glaives again. So, going to be wanting to play this Mass Adept style and try and shut down Top that way. Now, Chrono Boosting this out, it could be done in time in order to intercept the Stim. But Top's already planning a drop right now. One moving to the north. Looks like he'll maybe be going for a second, but just a drop to the north. We'll see. Is he going to be able to intercept this? He's got Phoenix in his main base, which are going to help shut this down, but he sees this attack that's moving out, and these Oracles, they got to react here. Oh, MC taking a bit of a damage, tags the army there, but this drop, this Banshee, going to be moving on in as well, so he's got to react to this. There is an Observer in the main base, though, I believe, or unless it moved out of position. There's 3 Observers. Yeah, there is one in the main base there, but MC's got to get ready for this attack. Glaives are his tech of choice, but he's going to have to buy more time. Stim's going to be finishing up. He starts a Stasis Ward, going to buy a little bit of time with that, but of course Top sees that. Actually, forcing Top to siege up here is a very nice move for MC, and Top actually walks right into the Stasis Ward. 2 Marauders, 2 Marines caught. That's a decent chunk of his army. This Banshee came into the main base, but that got shut down, so MC, he's still got tags on this army. He's got this Immortal. I mean, the Gateway units are fine for a while, but eventually he is going to have to get a lot of work done with these Resonating Glaive Adepts. This drop in the main base actually going to be hitting hard. MC losing more and more workers. What does he have? And oh, he actually gets unpowered there. A lot of gateways getting unpowered. These other pylons are getting on up, but MC needs to react to this. He's trying to hold the attack on the front base. Picks off the mines there, which is nice, but he's going to try and get on top of this army. Good force fields going down. Can focus down that tank. So he gets that, but this drop in the main base, it's really uncontested. Oracle's trying to engage this. Phoenix even lifting up some of these Marines. It looks like he will be able to clean it up, and actually going to be pushing back this army on this front, but the Immortal and some of the Stalkers not helping out, so not taking the best fight there. So MC going to start bleeding off supply right now. The Immortal will be helping out, and Toppy is just getting up his 3rd base, so if MC can hold on, he can maybe stabilize, but he's got to be looking into future tech. He's got to try and get everything back online right now. Getting up so many gateways, actually maybe just planning a nasty counterattack. And I mean, he's got the Warp Prism, so he can, but Top, he's got so many Marauders right now and just doesn't want to have to worry about those Adepts. Planning another drop while this is going on. So but the 1-1, it is going to be very problematic for MC, but I mean, Adepts and a Dream, man, if you can get a good shade on top of the army and just, if the Terran overextends without their entire army, but looking at this, I mean, MC is going to have to be prepared for this. More Adepts warping on in, but here it comes. He's going to want to shade on top of this army or get ready for that. He's got some sentries, so maybe he can lock this army in. I mean, this is a pretty good defensive position for the Protoss player, but Top with the drop that's going to be moving on in as well, which was somewhere, but now MC, he's got to be ready. I mean, he's reacting this. He's got so many Adepts, but Adepts do not last, guys. Warp Prism's moving out on the map. Okay, some Adept harassment could be good, but we actually see a Widowmine got 7 probe kills, so MC taking a beating right now. He just hasn't hit that happy Protoss tech style, and now we're seeing Ghosts coming out of Top, so really going to be the possibly the closer for him. As, I mean, EMPs on the Adepts, really, it literally halves their health. And that makes it very tough for the Protoss player. So if EMPs land, it just gets very, very rough. Now, I mean, the MC has just got to be very careful, but there's going to be EMPs landing on a good chunk of that army. MC, he's going to try and sort of split up, but he's got to take the fight. Guardian Shield is going to help him out here. He's just kiting backwards and forwards, but, I mean, these Adepts, they can't just walk in. They got a shade on top. I'm not sure there's going to be enough for MC regardless, so looks like Top's going to be taking a nice lead in this series. It's going to be 4-2 so far. MC gonna have to begin the climb back as he's just falling on all fronts there. Top just hitting him everywhere this game, knocking MC down. And yeah, it looks like that base gonna be falling. MC, not much else going for him. Phoenix lifting up all the Marines, interestingly enough, but He's going to be losing the Nexus, this drop in the main base, shutting everything down. MC, not a lot else going for him. He never got up any harassment done with this Prism. He's got Adepts, but he'd have to get a lot of kills here in order to even this up. I mean, Adept's going to get on into the natural, so MC not giving up just yet. Going to be able to shade those Adepts on into the main base. So going for some counter harassment. SCV's being pulled versus Clave Adepts. Never a good thing, but the damage that's been done on the front is just too huge. MC in a very big spot of bother as the rest of this army moves on forward. I mean, he's warping in a lot of Adepts, right? Like the army supply, but it's still half. The Phoenix coming on in, they can lift up the Ghost. They're going to start trading with these weakened Marauders, but there's just not enough Adepts here. It looks like that top does manage to take the 4-2 lead. Okay. Alrighty. So MC managing to take it. We'll find out what the next map is. Thanks everyone for tuning on in today, though. Make sure to check out that exclamation mark Matcherino. And also, you can check out that exclamation mark Prime. If you do have an Amazon Prime account, it literally costs you nothing to subscribe on Twitch for free, which does support the stream. Help hit that broken goal meter. But yeah, thanks to everyone for tuning on in. Next map is gonna be MC's. Okay, but he's gonna have to bring it back because top is on game point here. Thanks to everyone for tuning on in. I've got the viewers, a lot of people from Korea watching, a lot of people from Germany as well. And of course, there's all the Americans waking up. But thanks, awesome to have everyone watching. Okay. We are finding out the next map, as it is a best of 9. MC just making his mind. He's got the choice between, I believe it's Catalyst, Eastwatch, and 16-bit. But it's not done yet. He can always make it happen. I mean, we had a crazy close best of 9 in the first Invitational. And also, thanks to everyone for the follows. Awesome to see you guys enjoying the content enough. Mason Starcraft, Joel Demise, Siegfried Bona. I'm probably butchered that, but yeah, thanks to everyone for supporting the stream. Okay. Alrighty, I apologize for that pling there. Next map will be Eastwatch. Okay. Eastwatch. This is a pretty large map. Now, tank pushes and things can be good for Terran. This was in the pool a while back, so I imagine MC doesn't have experience with this one. Thank you guys for the kind words. You guys definitely the reaction we get is why I keep putting on these events, but I'll probably be trying to do more show matches in the future, so make sure to follow. Make sure to, you can check me out at !caster. All my links are there. I announce all my events on Twitter and such. We'll see. Is MC going to be able to start the comeback, guys? Can he do it? I mean, he took 2 maps, so it shows that he can take some of them. Alrighty, both players are ready, so we're going to get right on into it. Mechwatch. That certainly is true. Eastwatch had a bit of a history there. Now, so we'll see. Is MC going to be able to bring it back? I mean, it really depends what Top's going to do. He seems comfortable in the macro game, but Eastwatch is a very large map. However, the last one, the guys really were uncomfortable on that. Alrighty, but it's a best of 9 here. Okay, whoops, gotta swap that around. And this guy spawning up on the top right-hand side of the map. Currently up 4-2, wants to close it out. It is Top. And his opponent spawning down the bottom left-hand side of the map. It's MC. And very wise, going for a probe scout right out the gate. Meanwhile, Top going to be moving out with that cheeky SCV, so it will be a proxy Rax once more. A lot of you guys are hyped and waiting for BlizzCon, as That is tomorrow, the second day. The elimination matches will be getting played out. But for now, we've got MC versus Top. I mean, come on. Can anything top this? Even BlizzCon. I don't know, guys. Okay. Now what we'll see, MC is going to get on in with this probe, which is basically going to say, hey, there's no barracks here. I'm going to want to... and he's going to see the double gas, so he's going to say, okay, I got to get ready for these proxies now. MC... playing the one base seems to be his sort of strong point as opposed to the straight up macro. Oh yeah, it's not tomorrow. My fault. It is in 2.5 hours. Waking up so early, I'm a little bit upside down, as it is rather early for this show match. But a lot of you guys are tuning in, waiting for that BlizzCon. But that's definitely awesome having you guys all watching. Now Zealot on the way for MC. That's sort of the flagship. Hey, I know you're proxying, I gotta deal with this. And the probe also staying back. I mean, there's nothing to shoo it away as long as it doesn't die to something like an SCV. So MC can always keep that alive, and it is the factory being proxied as well. So how will MC deal with this? I mean, he definitely knows how to make units off one base, but as far as the perfect defenses, that's something that really gets refined over time. But he definitely does like sending out the Zealot across the map. Probe gonna have to run away from this SCV, but Reaper gonna be coming on in. Stalker gonna be getting chrono boosted out, I imagine. There's an extra pylon getting started, and I mean, it is in a better position for a shield battery this game. So if MC starts a shield battery pretty soon, but looking at this, it is gonna be a looks like it will be that concussive shell cyclone push once more. Did that Reaper actually die? Yes, it did, and it didn't get a single kill there, so it got the full surround. Now MC's gonna be moving out with this Stalker. Where's he rallying it to? You can't move out. I mean, you gotta have units back at home to defend the proxy, right? You can't just counter rush the proxy because there's gonna be a Cyclone and concussive shell Marauder. MC, you gotta start a shield battery back at home. He's going into the Robo, but he could just die here with this choice to counterattack. I mean, all the units are on top side of the map, so I mean, I don't think Top cares. He's just happy with this. So if we see a shield battery or two start for MC, that's what he needs. But concussive shell Marauder and Cyclone going to be so tough for MC to defend. He's keeping a Stalker at the top of the ramp. There's the shield battery up, but it could be a little bit too late this game. I mean, Zealot is working away on the supply depot. Stalker comes forward too, so if MC can hold, but the hold is going to be everything. He's going to have to pull probes immediately versus this. He can't get unpowered or anything like that. Going to want to start the Immortal as well. Chrono boosting that out is so important right now. He kills off one of the depots, actually supply blocking Kawayan here, but now probes are going to have to be pulled. A bunker starts. One of these is going to be unpowered, and now probes are being pulled, though. It's absolutely everything. The shield battery finishing up. MC's looking pretty good to hold this so far, and he's getting a nice bit of counter damage. That's actually going to be killing off all of Top's depots right now, and he pulls back. He's got the shield battery. He lost a few probes, but as long as it's a hold for MC, and the Immortal coming out should mean that it will be a hold. I mean, the Immortal with the shield battery support should be able to shut this down. I think the Stalkers, and yeah, I think MC, he's looking pretty good. Top has no depots, guys. He also built a shield battery. Look at this, MC. He built the pylon for the vision, but then he says, you know what, I'm building a shield battery. Good luck dealing with this Stalker. This Stalker is going to get surrounded, but it ain't going to die. Look at this. Oh man, this is actually so sick from MC. Top just, I mean, he just got checkmated. Oh man, look at this. MC not going down without a fight. I mean, eventually the shield battery does run out, but Top taking so much damage here. 8 SCVs going down. And he's still got to clean up the shield battery, but more Stalkers, more Immortals moving across the map. Top, he's supply blocked. He's been supply blocked into an oblivion. He's got money, but he can't make anything because he lost all 3 of his depots. He's building more depots now, but he's I think he's going to be a dead nerd, guys. These Stalkers going to be able to pick off this Cyclone. It was working away on that, but GG gets called. MC putting another one on the board, not going down without a fight. All right, awesome to see MC fighting his way out of this. So the remaining maps are going to be Catalyst and 16-bit. Okay, and it is 16-bit, which is the map of choice. All right, but yeah, MC keeping it alive. Look at that, just that Zealot and Stalker getting work done. And I mean, yeah, like the choice to counterattack versus is so risky, but MC has held. It was there, he did it. Okay, now 16-bit, it's one of these older maps. It's got the in-base natural, so we could see a macro game here. And I mean, 16-bit's old, but I don't think MC was playing around the time of 16-bit. He might have been, but still, I mean, Top, I think he will have the home field advantage as far as knowing these maps goes, but I mean, if you're proxying, it still comes down to you just got to hold the proxy. seeing a lot of support for MC here in the chat. Okay, but we're getting everyone on into the lobby, and I mean, can MC bring it to an ace match, guys? Can he do it? And if he can, that'll just be so awesome. That'll be our second best of 9 in a row to go to an ace match. Either way, already having this close series is awesome. I was a little bit worried that MC, you know, could get rolled over by top, but he's definitely getting his blows in here. And we'll see if he can bring it back. Getting a few more follows. Thanks to everyone for the support on that front. K Tenno, Ranged, Siegfried Bona. Yeah, thanks, Stolf. Thanks for all the follow, guys. And you can check me out. There's always the commands in chat, !Caster, !Matcherino, and !Prime. So there's definitely ways to support the stream and whatnot, but I mean, these events are just so awesome. We couldn't not do it, right? Spawning down the bottom left-hand side of the map, it is Top, moving out with a proxy once more, and his opponent spawning in the top right-hand side of the map, it is MC. Seeing a lot of Pog champs in chat there. So that's always awesome to see, but it is going to be the proxy, and I mean, proxies, I mean, it's definitely possible to float over to your opponent's base. So we'll see exactly how Top is going to play this out. This is actually the map. This is the map in which I loved seeing the proxy barracks. This was before it was really in the meta, but this map was in the pool around as proxies were really becoming into the meta. But basically what Terran can do is they can proxy the barracks and then float it over and block the natural after the first Reaper. Okay. Alrighty, Probe comes in for MC, so he sees that it's going to be a proxy. We'll see exactly what Top's going to do, but MC, he has actually sort of thrived the games in which it was proxy versus proxy. And yeah, I mean, he just seems comfortable with the one base. That's what he's been playing a lot. And so that sort of works out naturally in order to do well versus a proxy build like this. Then he's just scouting out all the bases. You see the double gas, and that yeah, like, the double gas is just saying, Terrans don't even try to hide it anymore. They have no shame. It's like, I could be expanding. No, you're going double gas. It's known you're proxying me. And I'm just going to try and take care of this now. We could see a repeat from the last game. That's always a possibility. Zealot going to be moving out for MC as soon as it's done. But Reaper is going to be on the way, and I mean, it will get into the main base pretty quick. MC just going to have to wait for that Stalker. I mean, this is a very quick Reaper here, just how quick it's going to get on. And the Zealot will move across the map, but this Reaper will be exposed. We'll have free range for a little bit here. The Zealot is actually staying back for this time for MC, so we'll be able to chase that. Now, Stalker being chrono boosted out, the Zealot staying home. I mean, Probe's being pulled right now, Top microing this, but the Zealot, it's not helping out. Lazy Zealot, man. MC, he's gonna want to be reacting to this, but the Zealot, no, it's just hanging out there. MC, maybe he was planning on just sending it across the map, but it's just hanging out. Stalker may be able to actually get this. No, the Reaper does stay alive, and oh, interestingly enough, Top, he did expand back on his side of the map, and did MC scout this? Yes, he did. So it is going to be somewhat normalizing. Now, MC going to be chasing down that SCV. Stalker not able to get it though, so. Looking at this, I mean, we are going to be heading into a more normal game. I mean, it always starts off with it's sort of a strange meta we're in which the proxy barracks can be considered a normal opener for Terran. A second Stalker is out for MC, so he will be able to shut down this Reaper. And he will be able to get up his own Expo, whereas Top already has his on the way. So relatively even-timed expansions, relatively normal for this build. MC taking this very seriously. But now, here we go. Okay, guys, this is the true test of a player coming back. It is going to be a double Widowmine drop coming out of Top right now, and this is going to put the pain on. But Top a little bit supply blocked here after this opening. Now we're going to have the Medivac on the way. They're just going to have more time to make more mines. He could do a quad mine drop, and that really is the test of a player, because mine drops are one of the most punishing things in the game. So Top going to be going full Terran, and we'll see if he's going to be able to get it done. Now, a Phoenix on the way for MC, as he did go for a Stargate, will help shut down, chase down those Medivacs and such, and he's also doing a good job denying scouting here. Now, okay, though. Guys, what is this? Is it going to be Advanced Ballistics coming out of Top? Because he's got a Fusion Core on the way. Say what? Alright, I mean, it's got to be Advanced Ballistics, right? You can't make a Battle Cruiser as Top unless you're really going for the style points. But it is going to be a Liberator on the way, and it will be Advanced Ballistics, but the choice of Phoenix for MC scouting this out he is going to see everything that was on the way. And I mean, the lack of units or anything definitely says, hey, there's a drop coming in. You got to be prepared for it. And it is that quad Widowmine drop followed up with the advanced ballistics. Now, MC's getting some probes into position, but 4 mines is it's definitely scary as the Protoss player. Now, Phoenix, if they can come back, they will be able to shut this down. But MC, is he reacting to this mine drop? He's not. He's going to lose probes, and he actually loses 6 already. There's going to be more in the main base. Is MC reacting to this one? Top's going to be unloading mines. Probes are going to split. Good split by MC. Ooh, okay. Losing 8 probes so far, though. I mean, the mines do get cleaned up. There's more at the natural, but Top gets out with those. The Phoenix will be able to shut this down, though, which is very nice there for MC here. So, I mean, 8 probes, it's a little bit concerning, that amount of damage, but shutting it down. Meanwhile, Top is going for the advanced ballistics, but... Or did he cancel it? Yeah, Top did cancel the advanced ballistics, so... Seeing that there was Phoenix said, okay, this fusion core, I can get advanced ballistics later. He's actually going to be going for that cloaked Banshee. And there is no detection for MC yet. So the Banshee going to be out on the way, but there's no Robo on the way, and there hasn't been an Oracle made. And now MC, I mean, if he scouts the cloak, that's going to be what he needs to see, but he hasn't seen it yet. Okay, he catches an ever so slight glimpse of it, but I don't think it's enough. Ooh, actually these Phoenix, they need to run on out of there. And they do, but the cloak's still a mystery for MC. There's no shield batteries in any of these bases, so this Banshee, this Liberator, going to be able to put the hurting onto his opponent. MC, Probe's going to be under fire, so this is looking very rough for the boss toss right now. He catches the Banshee, and he did wait, he made a Robo? When did I miss this? Apparently I missed the Robo at the start there, guys, but... Now this Liberator getting some nice probe kills, and he actually gets 6 here, so this is a lot of damage done, and MC as Phoenix now just coming across the map. A lot of mining being denied, whereas Top getting cozy on 2 bases. Okay, now, alright. So this MC will finally be allowed to resume mining. 3rd base on the way for both these players, but MC has taken the sort of short end of the stick, pardon me. Banshee's now coming into the main base, but the observers, another observer's coming out, but there's no units in position for this right now. So MC going to be losing more probes. I mean, Top's harassment has really just been on point in order to deal strong blows to MC. Observers in position, but no units able to shut it down. Stalker's coming back with 5 more workers going down. This is absolutely massive damage getting done for Top. Phoenix coming back, but when you have Phoenix, you don't want to be taking much damage from something like this, but MC losing 6 workers. And MC, he's got to be going into something, right? Like, do you just throw up a Twilight and maybe make DTs at a point like this? Or, because I don't think he can attack Top. Top's got Stim on the way. Okay, he's going for a Robo Bay here. So going to be wanting to maybe get Disruptors out. Okay, now we'll see what these Phoenix, but there's 3 mines. Oh no, MC. Oh, he eats 2 of the mines. Okay, not losing a Phoenix, but he's actually going to go on in and lift, but he didn't realize there was an extra mine, so going to lose 2 of his Phoenix there, right? 2 of them went down. 3 have died so far in total, and I think it was actually 3 that died there, so pretty rough for MC. Meanwhile, Top powering up on 3 bases now, so his push is going to be sort of like a later quote-unquote Terran one, but he's going to definitely be up on supply, and it's going to be tough for MC to make this hold. He's got to keep some of his Phoenix alive in order to shut down the drop play of Top, who's now actually going to be going for another quad Widowmine drop. Now, what we're seeing right now is MC is getting up an Immortal. He's making up a few sentries, so he's going to be trying to get that solid army, but this Widowmine drop, MC not having his Phoenix back at home in order to defend something like this. He's trying to be offensive with them, but, I mean, or offensive. Now, we'll see. I mean, this mine drop's going to be coming on in, and I mean, the fact that the Phoenix, they're returning home now. I mean, you generally think you'd park your Phoenix at your natural on a map like this in order to be safe, and they are heading... Oh, no, they stop. Come on, get those Phoenix over there, MC. Now, because this Widowmine drop's going to be coming on in, and MC's Phoenix not in position there. Alrighty, a Disruptor on the way here for MC, so he's going to have that, but... Oh man, this mine drop's going to be coming on in. I mean, Disruptors can handle the main army perhaps, but it's really been the harassment for Top that's gotten the damage done. And here comes in the mine. Is MC paying attention right now? What's the odds he's paying attention to this base, but he's not Top? Oh, he is. He actually pulls the probes, but takes a massive shot there. 9 going down. That's it for now. A Stalker warping on in. So he takes 10 probe. That could have been worse, right? But, I mean, that's still massive damage being done by Top. MC, more mines going to be dropping into his main base. Just one of them's charged, but that's all it takes. They're going to be able to... maybe, no, actually, MC, decent reaction, but losing the initial 10 probes. He pulled 2, but the mine still caught the tail end of one of those probes. It really was the traitor. Medivac will get shut down, which is nice. But MC, he's still playing at a definite army deficit. 1+1's on the way for top, +1 armor on the way, so it's really going to be about these disruptors and shutting down the remainder of the drops. So top, I mean, yeah, I mean, MC not in a fantastic spot. Just this Terran army is going to be so scary. Disruptors are going to have to make some massive plays here. MC going to want to have to shut down any drops that are incoming. I mean, he can maybe handle the main army if he can make sure that no drops are hitting him hard, but his Phoenix, he just hasn't been utilizing them as well as you want to. They're definitely, I mean, they can maybe get some damage done in the early game, but beyond that, they're definitely there in order to try and shut down drops. He's going to catch a mine, which is nice, but loses a Phoenix for it. And now the Observer going to get on top of this army, so MC definitely realizes this, but the drop's now moving into the main base. He's actually loading up 2 medivacs, sending them in. MC already pulling the workers since he did see this, but I mean, he's got to deal with this, and he's pulling his army, his main army. Where's top? He's going to be going for the classic 1-2 punch. There's so much unloading in the main base of MC right now. He needs to keep a disruptor at the natural or something, but it looks like top's going to be stimming forward, maybe for a victory right now. I mean, there's not too much for MC. He's trying to deal with these drops. A disruption Nova is going to go get a decent shot there, but is there enough to clean this up? The Nexus actually going to go down at the natural. This attack on the front will be getting cleaned up for MC, but he's still actually going to be taking a lot of damage here. This disruptor doesn't have another Nova. It does now, but top just killing off the base, getting so much damage done there. MC, I mean, maybe he can clean this up. He's got Blink on the way, but it's not yet done, so he can't really even punish these drops fully. He cleans up the mine, going to be able to clean up the last of these units, but losing his natural base is a pretty massive blow there. And top just going to keep powering on. We'll see. I mean, there's always a chance MC can survive. He's getting the Blink, but I mean, does he go for an all-in? No, he doesn't. He rebuilds his expansion. I mean, it's going to be tough. MC definitely at a deficit. Just the fact that top hit that 1-2, that drop was so many units, and MC wasn't sort of preempting that. He's got a lot of stalkers, though. We'll be able to shut down that. Top, though, he sort of sees the situation he's in. He throws up a 4th base because why not? That's going to give him a lot of longevity in this game, going into mass Liberators, because Liberators, they definitely do counter Disruptors. But, so we'll see. What's MC going to be able to get done? Does he move out or something at this point? Because, I mean, the drops are just going to be hitting him so hard. Okay, advanced ballistics on the way here. For top, that fusion core he made at the start of the game finally coming into use. And now, okay, what we're seeing right now, mass Liberators on the way. Okie dokie. Disruptors on the way here for, well, I mean, more disruptors on the way for MC. He's going to have 6, and I mean, versus Bio, you can always get those fantastic shots, because look at this clump of Bio, but the Liberators are the main story. What's MC going to be able to get done versus them? He is just macroing up on these 3 bases. He's been safe from any future drops, but he's getting into Psystorm. He's getting +1 armor, so, I mean, Psystorm not terrible at helping with Liberators. Okay. Alrighty, Ghosts on the way for top. Going to help shut down these incoming High Templar. MC still only on 3 bases, whereas Kawayan already getting up towards his 5th. And that's never a good sign for the Protoss. I mean, Protoss, they have the ultimate army composition versus Terran. They do win out with sort of their mass AoE, but MC, he does have a hill to climb. Top, as long as he takes an alright engagement, he may just be able to shut this down. There's going to be so many Liberators out for top. He's only got 3 for now with this army, but he's got 5 in total. He's making more, and yeah, that's where it's going to become really rough here. Zealots in the Warp Prism, so MC maybe going to be looking for some of his own harassment. Liberator coming on in here with this advanced ballistics. Stalkers, I mean, they should be able to reach that, but they may actually lose to this Liberator. 2 Stalkers, it's going to be close. Okay, some more coming in to deal with this, but I mean, top, he's coming on in with all these this army, and MC, he's not aware of this. He's moving out now, but look at these Liberators. They're actually just going to siege up the 3rd base, and there's no way MC can engage that. He's got to get at it from behind. I mean, Disruptors can try and deal with this, but yeah, Liberators, I mean, the Stalkers can't really even get at this from behind. Disruption Nova is going to go out, but a nice liftoff, and MC is actually engaging on into this. He's going to try and take on these Liberators, just cleaning up some of them, taking a lot of damage there, has to get on out, loses the High Templar. Now the Zealot drop, but there's actually a planetary, so he can't take out that base, has to set his sights on the 3rd base for top. But MC, he may be able to clean this up. getting out a lot of Blink Stalkers, but he's taking so much damage right now. And I mean, the Zealot drop not moving in right now. He does Storm, he does try and clean this up. He will be able to clean up all the Liberators from the look of it. But, I mean, still, just this was such a fantastic move from top. Just seeing his position and going for it, because he was definitely ahead at this point. And now he's definitely still ahead. He's getting up more command centers. Look at just this. Top saying, I'm taking pretty much the whole map. What are you going to do about it, MC? I mean, this Warp Prism isn't harassing right now, and MC stuck on 3 bases. He needs to try and get up a 4th base. He's getting up +1. He will shut down this future Liberator harassment, but now it's going to be 2-0 versus a 1-1 Protoss, or 2-2 versus a 1-1 Protoss. MC getting his +2 armor, but there's just so much here for top. MC doesn't have the economy just to power out against something like this, and he needs a 4th base. But even taking that at this point, he's so far behind. He really just needs a fantastic engagement here. All right, I mean, Toppy's moving in with such a scary army. MC sees this. He wants to be able to intercept this army, and if he can do that, I mean, there's always a chance if you take a fantastic fight as Protoss. The army supply isn't too different, but look at all these Liberators. Top definitely knowing how to handle this composition, and the answer is mass Liberators versus this Gateway army. And now we're seeing, I mean, this Bio army for top is absolutely huge. It wants to eat some Disruptors, MC's thinking, but as long as top positions with his Liberators, well, he should be fine. This Warp Prism, it never did drop out for MC. And I mean, yeah, if he dropped from this Warp Prism, that would be very nice for him at this point, but he's trying to get up his 4th base. However, the worry is that eventually top will be able to come in here and siege him up. Whereas top, he's just taking this game super late game, man. Just taking all these bases, getting up so many command centers all at once. He's just got money to burn. MC, though, is approaching max out. And I mean, max out versus max out, you still can always take the best army fight. MC, gotta respect this though, can't lose any Stalkers for free. Trying to get out a good Psystorm, and I mean, there's always a possibility for that. Maybe MC needs to, say, get another Warp Prism and put his High Templar in the Prism and try and get a flank with the High Templar or something, but, I mean, top, look at this. He's planning a repeat move from the last one, just going to be boosting on in, going to be getting all these Liberators set up, and MC's not ready for this one, and there is so many Liberators here. How do you even begin to think of cleaning this up as MC? Liberators, just the circle, so many Liberators. Liberators getting set up, feedback going down on some of those Medivacs, shutting them down. Good Storm there, but there's still just so many Liberators here for the Terran player. Disruptor is going to be able to, I guess, sort of range this out, but MC taking a lot of damage right now. Lots of Disruption Novas moving on out, trying to clean up the ground army, and then maybe the Stalkers can blink on in, but there's so many Liberators, guys. How do you handle this? MC apparently thinking he's going to go for it. He blinks on in. He's got enough to one volley down these Liberators, but the Liberators getting massive damage on the Stalkers, trying to clean this up. And I mean, MC maybe making it happen. Is he going to be able to clean this up? Some more Stalkers, and these last remaining Liberators causing a lot of problems for him, though. Looks like he will just... There's one left, and he will be able to clean it up. MC, though, his Stalker count taking a lot of damage, but, I mean, he does hold on there. He's still got his High Templar, he's still got his Disruptors out, he's warping in more Stalkers, he's getting +2. MC's surviving, guys, but just the lack of anti-air is his concern at this point, because, I mean, there's going to be more Liberators on the way in top. He's just taking this to 3-3. Look at this top, just taking every base. He says, MC, do what you want to do, I'm taking every base, you're on 4 bases. That was, yeah, that was a good trade for MC. Top, I mean, he's giving MC room to breathe, but MC no longer maxed out. And I mean, top, he's just making more and more Liberators right now. MC's just barely been surviving. Here comes out a Zealot. It's going to take the Watchtower, maybe just he really needs to queue up a Zealot to run along these bases or something, because Top's just, he's got the money to burn, so he's just taking them all, and that's going to create problems for MC in the future. And now there's Ghosts in this army, and this is going to make it very tough for the Protoss player right now. MC, he doesn't anticipate this attack. These Zealots are going to be baited in. EMP's going down. Feedback lands on one of the Ghosts, but, I mean, the Disruptors can't actually do it, right? This is just Bio versus Disruptors. We'll see the engagement. Good split from top, though. More Disruption Novas going out. Actually getting pretty solid connections there, but there's not much else for MC. Does he have any more High Templar? No, he doesn't. Actually, here they come. Yes, there's some Storm going down there, so that's what he needed, but all of these Disruptors falling, and that's going to be very rough for MC. He wants to engage this. He wants to shut it down. Storm picking off the Widowman, but even this top knows he's got the game. He nukes the BM nuke on MC. He says, hello, welcome back, old man, but it's time for you. I've been playing this game consistently. MC comes on in with a nice Zealot flank, but he doesn't actually have a counter to the Ghost, and the nuke lands. 16 probes going down. MC just in a lot of trouble there. Top with the BM nuke there. MC just taking a beating. I mean, there's always a chance MC just counterattacks as the supplies. Even imagine if MC counterattacks and kills top, but with a planetary fortress there, I don't see that happening. I mean, MC, he's going to want to resaturate this base, but the damage is hard. MC not really realizing how far behind he is. Even if he picks off a few bases, top has so many bases here. Top going to repair this, but MC will be able to focus this down from the looks of it. So MC getting a base, nicely done there. He's keeping the dream alive, guys, but top is still so far ahead. But I mean, you can never underestimate this Protoss army. MC does have High Templar in this Prism as well, so I mean, 1 or 2 fantastic storms, and that's what he needs. It's mainly mass liberators for top at this point. So we'll see, what's MC able to get done? He picks off the 1 planetary, but sees more, sees all these circles, and he actually does not have the anti-air to deal with this. This Disruptor will get caught there, and MC is just going to bypass it, says nope, nope, nope. But there's still all these bases up for top. Okay, now, I mean, MC is just getting scanned for days. I mean, there's always a chance of taking an army fight, so I understand him not GGing, but another nuke now on the way for top. So that's very rough here for MC. EMP lands on this entire army. There is still these High Templar in the Warp Prism, which is going to be very nice for MC. Ooh, but the Prism gets sniped off, and that's going to be very tough for MC. What else does he have? He has no more mass AoE. He's going to fight into this army, but there's too many Liberators right now. He can't take it on, and I think with that, Top's going to be able to take it. Kawaiian takes the 5-3 versus MC. And I mean, what a fantastic series, guys. It wasn't too surprising there, but being able to do that was very sick for Kawaiian. Taking a 5-3 MC, always awesome to see though. So congratulations to Top. Awesome showing from MC. Maybe we'll see him play a few more months, get very refined, and then maybe we'll have a rematch.